Sup, everybody?
Hey,
Hello.
Hey,
1940s
we're here.
here. 1940s
There you
here.
are.
Happy
In your house.
birthday.
Whose birthday are we celebrating?
How old are you?
I'm 31.
Joe, you got fuzz in your beard. Yeah, get that out. The people need to.
31-year-old fuzz.
I got a lot of fuzz on my face.
So, John, you look different this week. What happened here? Something happened. Something's different.
I shaved all my hair off
Why'd you do that?
because I would if it was either that or completely lose my mind.
It wasn't like a
Sorry.
Walter White kind of moment. I mean, well, he had cancer. That's why he did it. So I hope it wasn't. But
I had a couple beers.
That's all it took.
John came downstairs. This is so everyone knows this. Everyone who watches this knows this. He was upstairs, and I'm just assuming he's just in the bathroom. And comes downstairs, and he has, because he was taking a shower. That's right. Comes downstairs, he shaved his head, and I'm like, what happened to you? And he's like, he has his arms wide like that, like full on Creed style, arms wide open, and he goes, dude, I'm telling you, just go shave your head. It's the most freeing thing you'll ever do. You're totally like in the moment when you're doing it. Just go shave your head. Just do it.
I'm glad you feel liberated,
Oh.
Mason.
I might be off screen for 1 second, but just keep going.
What are you doing? What are you doing? His freeze picture's not even cute.
Looks like a mugshot.
I was gonna say a really shitty mugshot,
Yeah, it's a really bad mugshot.
but he's giving me something to think about.
But
Like
then
maybe we
that-
should all just go shave our heads.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be a cool era.
See, I went for a little different approach this week because I have some news for everyone when John comes back. Some really exciting news for my personal career. I don't know what John's off screen still.
He's probably going to put some sort of costume on.
Yeah, but it's not time for that.
He should have thought of that like an hour ago.
Guys, I'm wearing the John costume. No, I had to now I have to clean my thing. I had to see how the fans voted for our later thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, I have some big news for everyone, including my own brother. In secret, for the past month and a half during this COVID-19 pandemic, I've turned professional. I'm a professional e-racer for the new NASCAR e-racing league.
Congratulations!
Hence the glasses, hence the backwards cap. I'm all in.
Are you chewing tobacco right now?
Just good old-fashioned American Trident.
But there is nicotine in it, though, right?
Huh?
There is nicotine in it, though, right?
I just drink beer. I got a great rig. I got a wheel made out of cardboard, and I just raced Dale Earnhardt Jr. the other day.
Wow.
So if you notice a theme in this, I'm trying to. I don't really think like a musician anymore. I kind of think more like a NASCAR racer. So I see
Whatever that is.
I see things differently than I used to.
Ooh.
I have more perspective. I'm living life in the fast lane. Shout out to the Eagles. But I just wanted to get the elephant in the room to be addressed. I am now a professional NASCAR
I
racer.
think it's a good look on you.
All my questions have been answered.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think so too. I haven't washed my hair in 4 weeks. I'm going full NASCAR. Besides that boy,
Congratulations.
Gravy Train. You ever see him race? He's clean. He's too clean. I'm going to take him out at our next race. John, what are you doing?
No one knows what NASCAR is.
You're missing out. Big time. Big time.
Clearly.
It's where the big boys play. Come on, man.
Can you roll down the windows
What?
when you're driving?
That's the stupidest thing I ever heard.
I'm serious.
That's the dumbest thing you could have ever said to a professional NASCAR racer. Can you roll down the windows? There's no
Come on,
glass
John.
on the windows. I mean, right now it's e-racing.
Oh.
That's right.
How much does it pay well?
I just cleared 6 figures for one
Is any of
race.
that going to go to help us?
Oh,
The 1940s?
no. No, man. I've got to reinvest this in myself. I'm just trying to work every day hard with the crew. I'm trying
You
to,
spent half of it already.
yeah, exactly. On lug nuts.
I thought it was a good product.
I got my, I thought it was Jiffy Lube. I thought Jiffy Lube was sponsoring me, but it was actually AstroClad. So I got
Ooh,
sponsorship from the wrong lube company. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been up. That's what's been keeping me occupied.
What does the E stand for in e-racing?
I don't know. They didn't tell me.
You don't need to know.
Ethernet, maybe.
Ain't it electric?
Electronic, maybe. I don't know.
ooh.
I'm just happy. Every day is a good day when you're on the track, and that's just
Are you really on
I'm
the
living
track?
life.
This is like during the pandemic. Are you really on the track?
Well, I mean, it's as close as you can be to being on the track. There's nothing like when you're getting out there with your partner and you're coming up with plans to try and, wiggle your way from fourth to first, or a hot turn coming up. But I guess the good difference between this and real racing is there's no risk. Everyone knows I'm a risk taker. I killed 8 people already in my professional career. So.
Wow.
But yeah, so that's what I've been up to. No offense to music career and music in general, but NASCAR is my passion. Racing's my passion, and I'm just gonna go with it.
Be true to you.
Yeah. So what's been keeping everyone else sane during this pandemic? Nick, anything new in your world? Did you finish the Harry Potter movies?
I am on the Goblet of Fire, so book 4.
Oh man, that's traumatic. Do you know what happens? Did you see the movies before?
I've seen all the movies once, but like I haven't seen any of them in like 10 years. So like I'm kind of coming in this with fresh eyes and ears. So please no spoilers.
Cedric Diggory is lit.
Now, I'm losing track of time due to this pandemic, but it feels like you've only advanced one movie in the past, like, 5 podcasts. Is that true?
Well, Goblet of Fire is like over 700 pages, and
Oh,
I'm
shit.
like 200. I'm like 200 pages in, with whatever that's worth. I've advanced 2 movies, I think. I think last time we talked, it was like Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah, you were just about to be on the third one. The third one's my favorite.
So,
So
Josh,
far, it's my favorite too.
sorry, Nick, real fast. Josh, we have to figure out where did Josh put all the windows? So, Josh, where's the windows, Josh?
Not in NASCAR.
Hold on, I'm getting an
Ooh.
update.
I didn't see
Tell
it
me-
in earpiece.
Come see that?
Oh, there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming through rough there. They don't know. They don't know where Josh put all the windows. Only Josh knows.
Even this little keychain right here, no windows. I don't know where they all are. I can't even find them now.
It's like in my race car. There ain't no windows in that race car.
No.
There's just a Velcro mesh.
I'll be honest, I don't think we're going to find them. We just might have to go windowless for forever.
Does that answer your
No,
question,
gonna-
John?
We also have a new thing that we do called Nick's Pick.
Ooh.
Nick this week picked. I'm gonna fuck this name up so bad. Don't tell me what it's called. I'm
I'm
try
not
and
going to.
remember. I'm gonna try and remember who it is, and then you're gonna correct me. But I know that the album's called Expectations, and
I remember off the top of my head what her name is.
I listened to Nick's Pick when it came out, and I really actually enjoyed it, and I can't wait for next week. But I think her name is Bonnie Pruitt.
Close. You're really close, though. You're really close.
Somehow you got the harder name correct. You got her last name correct.
Danielle Pruitt. I know it's Pruitt. Is it Danielle
Katie.
Pruitt? Katie Pruitt.
So as everyone can see on the 1940s, on our artist page, scroll all the way to the bottom, we have a playlist. So whenever Nick features a song or an album or something like that, if it's an album, we'll feature the lead single. And if it's a song, it'll be right here. So you can listen to everything that Nick recommends on our Spotify page.
As you should.
Just wanted to throw that out there so it's easy for everyone.
Nick,
Good
what are
deal.
your qualifications for giving us these picks?
I have a master's in in everything music. So
Ooh.
yes,
That's why
I'm
I was ready to
knowledgeable.
get your email with.
Yeah, Master Nick knows things
Dragon
at Gmail.
Slayer.
The Dragon Slayer.
Just like mine's Hot Wheels 84. Actually, my Hot Wheels collection just got stolen. Trying to get it back.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know. I got to deal with that when we're done this.
We have a tub of Hot Wheels in the basement.
Don't worry about that. So Nick, so what led you to pick this? Everyone should listen to our video that we posted, but if you want to go more in depth about it.
Yeah, sure. So when you guys you pitched the idea to me, that was like literally the first song that like popped up on the radio. So I said, "Oh yeah, let's go with this." So
Cool.
Like I was already, like I said in the Instagram post, like I was already like really into the single. So when I listened to the rest of the album, I was expecting like more upbeat rock stuff, and then I ended up hearing this somewhat tragic story of this person's life, but very moving, very inspirational, and I figured this was the way to go.
Wait, her life?
Yeah, I mean, if you listen to the lyrics, I'm picking up like
yeah,
kind of darker times in her past. She's from Georgia too, so like when you consider all the things that she's going through and who she is, growing up in Georgia must have been horrible to say the least.
And another thing too that I think we should mention is, I think you said you heard this on 88.5, right?
Correct.
So I think it's important for public radio to still be a thing, and that's a public radio station. It's not privately owned, and that's where you can find little diamonds in the rough. We should say little artists from Georgia that might have some great songs, but you're not going to hear them because if you listen to like mainstream radio stations, they're only going to play what their companies want them to play.
Yeah.
Public
Correct.
radio just has an obligation to find great music and play it to people. So
I can't tell you the last time I listened to like conventional or mainstream radio. It's mostly been 88.5.
yeah, they
That's
have
where
great
all
stuff.
my discoveries.
Sometimes you'll hear like some crazy ass jazz thing, and then the next thing it'll be like the prog rock hour, and then it's the alternative rock hour, and then it's the folk hour.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting stuff from all over the board. They play rap too, I think.
Oh, they're all over the spectrum. Friday's Funky Friday.
Yeah, it's great.
Good listening.
Same thing in here.
Every day's Funky Friday in your room, John. You have like a piece of like cantaloupe in your chin. Oh, that's a comb. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if that was cantaloupe, that would be cool shit. I wish I could save fruit in my beard. That
Beard
would go.
juice.
It would go handy. It would really come in handy if I could like save some food here or something when I'm in the middle of a 2-hour Daytona 500 race. And you're sweating your balls off. I wish I could just pull a piece of pineapple right out of my cheek.
Yeah, so you have to stop.
You burn it. It gets really hot in those cars. So like, so what do you do to stay cool in there?
I just deal with it.
You just mind over matter.
I just deal with it. I don't even think about it. You get used to the heat. It's the old saying, oh man, can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. If you can't take the heat, stay out of the professional NASCAR circuit. Don't get into professional racing.
Oh man.
My first time out there when I was doing drag racing, I won the championship. Broke all the records. First race. That's the kind of talent I have. I just want everyone to know that. So listen, everyone, go listen to Nick's pick. Every Thursday it's coming out. And as you could see, his voice sounds angelic on these Knicks picks.
Oh my god,
that was so great.
A little compression, a little EQ, man. Sounds awesome.
A little bit goes a long way.
I'm gonna be honest.
Like Morgan Freeman, probably.
I didn't even want to listen to the song. I just wanted to hear you keep talking.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So yeah, every Thursday, just go out there and listen to it. This Thursday, we're going to have something new. Every Thursday, it's going to be a surprise, but obviously, we're not going to reveal what it is ahead of time.
Come on, yeah. Jeez.
Even though people want it. We can't just throw it out there like that. But it'll be up, and the playlist will be updated every Thursday. So anything that's to Nick's liking. And if he runs out of songs that he wants to show you, then he might show you something else.
Ooh.
I might just recommend listening to my voice 1 week.
Nick's prick.
Oh. For the ladies.
And
Sorry.
some other people might want to say it too.
Sure.
The mermaids.
Yes, I want to show it to them too.
So yeah, next pick is on the radar. We're still getting some great feedback from Nightbirds. Our article is still popping off. Mark Zamaro still did obviously a great job on that.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed with that. Go listen to Nightbirds. We're gonna have more content on that too as the months unfold.
We keep getting a lot of great. We keep hearing a lot of great things about it, and it makes us really happy. So keep telling us great things. I think we're gonna start to put together some lyric videos, or at least try to do at least one.
How hard could it be?
Yeah,
I never
right.
tried it.
It's terrible.
I mean, I have to learn the lyrics, but once I do, I'll type them out.
It's almost as hard as the 99th lap. Everything in life comes back to racing. But everything's full circle.
Especially in this episode.
I think athletes can do that. You know, if you're an athlete, I was watching The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan documentary, and you could tell that every challenge a professional athlete faces in their life, they kind of relate it to basketball. I'm on the court, it's the buzzer beater shot. That's kind of how I feel about like this. I feel like I'm in the 50th lap. We're getting there. We're working. Me and my partner Spud, we're going for it. So it's everything's coming full circle.
Spud's his name?
Yeah, I was actually. So we have a song on Nightbirds called Drag Taylor. I was actually trying to recruit Drag Taylor to be my partner, and he said no. I actually couldn't get a hold of him. He's a very hard man to get a hold of.
He is. I texted him happy birthday. His birthday's on Earth Day, which is not a coincidence. But I texted him, and he didn't get back to me for 3 days.
Wow.
During quarantine. He's not doing anything. He's working, but
that we know of. We don't know what the type of shit he runs.
What could he be doing? He's so busy.
Maybe he's running with a different crew. I don't know.
He's drinking.
Maybe he's gambling. Have you ever considered he's a gambler? He might be into some shit. Someone might drug him out in the woods to secure a debt that he needs to pay.
No, he just texted me. He texted me back. I texted him 5 days ago. He texted me yesterday, so I know he's all right.
That's reassuring.
I mean, I could just be his handler.
Yeah, maybe.
Texting you.
You got to talk to his PR guy.
Frank has to keep up appearances.
Yeah, Drag Taylor is a hell of a guy, but I think we got some other things that we need to cover this week, John. An important thing, I think this week's. Let's just move right into it. This week's song versus song.
Yes.
We'll move into it now because we still got some time on the sticker. This week's song versus song. It's a doubleheader again. Was so difficult. Such a difficult matchup for me, but it didn't seem like it for the fans, which we will reveal later.
Wow.
Yeah, it really wasn't for them. For me. So
you want to go first, John?
I want to start with Basket Case. It's Basket Case by Green Day. First of all, let's say real quick what we have so far is this is a 16. This is an elimination bracket, the same way college basketball is. 32 songs, 16 different things.
Playoff style bracket.
Yeah. So far, we had Come As You Are and Even Flow won on a fan vote. We had Super Bass versus Teenage Dream. Teenage Dream won off a fan vote. We had Don't Stop Believing versus Living on a Prayer. We actually, besides me, everyone voted for Living on a Prayer, which is so crazy to me. And then Vogue versus Born This Way won. So now we have Even Flow versus Teenage Dream and Living on a Prayer versus Born This Way. So
weeks from now. We're covering that weeks from now.
Just want to say where we're at so far. Today we have the toughest thing I've ever done so far. Basket case versus all the small things. We'll start with that. I want to
I have
go
a
first.
question. I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Is it the Blink-182 version or is it the Kids Bop Kids version? Because they're both really popular.
It's Bob.
You know what? Whatever one you like more, you could pick. You could just, as long as it's the same structure.
In my review, I used the Kids Bop version too, so don't worry about it. I warm up to that one when I'm getting ready on the track, and I do my stretches. I do my toe curls to get ready to use the pedals.
Got to keep that foot ready.
Got to keep that Achilles tendon stretched.
Let me go first for this one because I don't even know what I'm going to pick for the next one.
All right.
So this is Basket Case versus pop punk, two super pop punk bands.
They're just super.
Well, like I said, I write paragraphs for most of them. All the small things really packs a nice pop punk punch. Say that fucking fast a bunch of times. Mm-hmm. With comical lyrics and fast-paced, fun music with it. The vocals are overproduced, but it kind of works for them because they're terrible live. They can't sing actually, so like they need to overproduce their vocals. The song really makes me happy when I hear it. It's probably more of a nostalgia thing, but every time I hear it, I get super happy. But there's actually a lot of great production that goes along in that song. By the way, like it was produced extremely well. Basket Case is, let me just read what I fucking wrote. Basket Case, where are we at? Basket Case is probably the better song. And it has better lyrics, and it has, it's just better all around. It sounds better. It doesn't sound as overproduced. But all the small things gets my vote for purely nostalgia reasons.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Also, there's a lot of great guitar work that goes along in that song that you don't pay attention to because of all the overproduction of most of the stuff. But there's like a lot of great little, like, there's like one note that just plays during the chorus the whole time that just makes me feel happy in my stomach.
I'm gonna go next.
All right.
On this because I made up my mind. Like I have totally decided on this one. So Basket Case. To be honest, I was actually never a big fan of that song for a while, and I hadn't listened to it for years. And I've always loved all the small things. I was biased coming in, so I listened to Basket Case, and I went, "Oh wow, this is a much better song than I thought it was," and I never gave it the time of day that it deserved until the song versus song. And then I listened to all the small things back to back. They are two very different songs in the sense of one is just like the band in the room, like the Green Day song Basket Case. Just the band in the room, and they're playing, and I do think the lyrics are better. But I only think the lyrics are better than All the Small Things. I think All the Small Things is better in all the other categories. Because they're pop punk. It's not just punk. So I think All the Small Things is a better pop song. And I think Basket Case is probably a better punk song. On if you really listen to it. But I just love All the Small Things. I love the harmonies. I love the wah guitar and it's not wah, it's an octave effect guitar in the chorus. I don't think it's really overproduced. I think it's produced very well. I think they just hit the threshold of adding extra things to the song to fill it out and fill up the space of more than just Blink-182, three guys. And they really struck a nice balance because if you can only tell there's more stuff if you really listen. On paper, it just sounds like the three guys playing. So I think and I have a huge nostalgia factor with All the Small Things. So I think for me, I'm picking All the Small Things, but it was a lot closer than I originally thought, and I think that's a credit to how good of a song Basket Case is, and I think that's one of Green Day's best songs for sure.
Nice.
So 2-0 so far.
Yeah,
I think brothers.
All the Small Things.
I think that at least me and Matthew gravitate towards poppier melodies than probably Nick does. And I don't know about Josh because Josh is kind of everywhere with our music. But
although I gotta say, I think that
Basket Case is also very poppy.
I would say with Basket Case, some of the lines there really hit home. I think if you're just a person that ever self-actualizes, just the line, sometimes I give myself the creeps. I think everyone has moments like that in their life. So
yeah.
Basket Case wins on relatability for sure. But I think overall, All the Small Things takes the cake for me.
All right.
So
Josh, you want to go next?
Yeah, I don't think I have as much to say. I think Basket Case is better in that, their individual parts are actually better. Like, I like the bass line better, for example. It's actually unique. It has style to it. But I'm way more likely to listen to All the Small Things for. I think the pop in this case wins out over the punk, whereas, like you said, Basket Case is a little more punky, whereas All the Small Things is more just a pop song than me. All the Small Things is my vote.
Wow.
Quick on the draw. That was like, boom, gunslinger style.
Like it was like you driving this afternoon.
Whoa.
Let's not talk about that. It was a bad day on the track. I don't want to talk about
it. Everybody has those days.
I mean, I can talk about it, but it'll just totally ruin. I could talk about racing for hours, but I think we need to get to.
I don't think we have time.
I would say I think we need to get to what Nick's vote is on the song.
I guess I shouldn't have gone last because my vote's going to be irrelevant now. But fun fact: when I saw the bracket and I saw Basket Case, for some reason I was thinking their song "Brain" still, and
I love that.
I was.
Song.
Well,
yeah,
then I thought, well, I like it too, but I thought, I guess, like in my years, I've been more of a fan of Blink-182 than Green Day in general. So when I was thinking that song, it was going to be like not so much of a challenge for me. But then when I listened to it, I was like, oh, this is Basket Case.
Yeah.
And which I also like. And Blink-182, for me, their earlier stuff, I think they have a lot of good songs. All the Small Things is not one of them to me. I think they have way better songs in that sort of era of theirs. Whether they can perform live or not,
I think
didn't matter to me
better.
Because I wasn't going to concerts at that age. So what I heard on the record on the CD was Bible to me. So I'm gonna go with Green Day, Basket Case on this.
Basket Case.
It's 3-1.
What was the
fan votes?
So the fan vote. So I didn't look on our Facebook page. Sorry to the Facebook. Matthew, you want to pull that up real quick?
Yeah, I'll pull it up right now.
But the Instagram. Let me just make sure I have the numbers completely right. Give me 1 second. Instagram was 8-1 for Basket Case.
Whoa!
Wow.
Yeah, it was like a landslide.
Not a lot of love for All the Small Things.
John, how do you pull this up?
Go on our Facebook page, click on our profile picture, and then it'll say View Stories.
Oh, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we're going to be called sellouts for going All the Small Things?
One vote. Okay. So Facebook.
I feel like you are sellouts.
Yeah, I'm a sellout, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Basket Case won with one vote on on Facebook. One vote for Basket Case.
I actually know someone who picked Basket Case. My girlfriend picked Basket Case over All the Small Things. So
wow.
it's technically
we're like the only three people that picked
90. It's like 90. Things. Yeah, it's about
maybe we're not the sellouts.
yeah, for real. Fucking sheep. Shout out to Scott Bravo
anyway. It was 3-1, so that was just for entertainment purposes. It looks like All the Small Things is advancing.
All the Small Things advances. All right. Now
this is like
this
crazy showdown.
I'm going last because I really don't know yet. I don't know yet.
I also don't know.
Nick, have you made your decision? I've made mine on this.
I have. I can go first.
Nick, you go first. Real
fast, let's set it up. So it's Something by the Beatles versus God Only Knows by the Beach Boys. I'm so fucking
two
upset.
Heavy hitters, two great songs.
I think whoever wins is favorited to win the whole thing. Because I mean, I don't know, but
powerful statement.
it's so.
This is
Both
tough.
of these songs,
I don't remember what the rest of the song versus songs are, so I can't say that. All right, Nick, what are you thinking?
Yeah, Nick, you go.
Both songs, real heartfelt, sincere lyrics. I can appreciate that in a world drowned with all this this made up crap, all these words that have no meaning. So props to both of them for that. But really, to me, it was never a question. It's going to be something by the Beatles.
Okay.
I thought you were going to pick God Only Knows, I'll be honest with you.
You guys don't know me. I change every week.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
I guess Matthew, you're up next. You said
I'm
you
up
have
next.
an
I
answer.
made my pick. So this one's really, 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 really hard for me because Something's one of my favorite Beatles songs. And I listened to the old version and the new 2019 mix, which are both great. The 2019 mix, awesome, by Jules Martin. So I listened to both songs. And I also kept in mind that God Only Knows is Paul McCartney's favorite song ever. He's one of the people that played on Something. So I tried to keep that in mind. So a little backstory on both songs. Something I think is like the apex of George Harrison. Something and Here Comes the Sun are the apex of George Harrison with the Beatles. After trying to claw his way in to have songs on, against McCartney and Lennon.
He ended up writing the best song on the album.
He writes Something, which is probably,
agreed.
You could say the most timeless love song ever, or at least one of them. So, incredible writing. It's also funny that he wrote these amazing lyrics, and he didn't end up staying with that person for like they only were together like a year or two after that, because she went out with Eric Clapton.
Real fast. How crazy is it that she has Something written about her and Layla written about her?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know. She must have been a hell of a girl.
Yeah, she must have been a goddess. My goodness.
So
she got lucky. Let's be honest. But go ahead.
Yeah.
I listened to both songs, and I actually think both songs are perfect songs in the sense of there's really nothing you could do to make either of them better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably both as good as they're going to be. You have the Beatles playing, the greatest like rock band that ever wrote their own songs, and on God Only Knows, you have the greatest session band of all time, the greatest session musicians, the Wrecking Crew. And then you have Carl Wilson, one of the greatest vocalists, and then you have the Beatles, some of the greatest harmonies in rock and roll. So it was really, really, really hard. But I think the ending for God Only Knows, to me, just like I almost teared up when I listened to it. And I listened to Something and I go, that's an amazing song. But almost every single time I listen to God Only Knows, I get chills and I almost tear up and cry. So I got to give it to God Only Knows because it just hits me more emotionally. And it's purely an emotional thing. I can't say one song's better than the other, but it hits me more emotionally. And I don't know. I feel like that song is I feel like whereas Something is like very like I'm just in love with this person. God Only Knows is more like if you leave me, my life is over. There's a bit of desperation in it, and I think sometimes that's true in life too. But yeah, you can't say one song that I think is really better than the other. I just think God Only Knows hits me more emotionally than Something. Nice. But that might change tomorrow. I don't know. I could listen to something more and cry. Be like, "Fuck, I made the wrong pick."
Yeah, I feel like
it's good analysis.
I want Josh to go next because I'm really curious.
It's like when you make the wrong turn or you call the wrong corner or something like that. That's just how it goes in racing too.
Yeah,
this is the most intense pick. I am still trying to decide right now. So I know you said God Only Knows, Matthew. Nick, you said Something so far?
Correct.
I like how me and Nick are split on it.
I expected you guys to vote opposite, by the way. Exact opposite.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
And I felt like with Matthew, I thought I knew your pick every other week. This week, I straight up was wrong. Something right now is pulling me towards Something.
Okay.
That I can't even articulate why. It just is.
Yeah, it's kind of like my pick. I couldn't explain it other than emotional. And it made me more emotional.
I love both songs. I'm listening to God Only Knows right now, and I love this song too. So I feel torn picking something else against it. But Right now it's something.
By the
There
way,
you
I
go,
should give a
2-1.
shout out. Tony Asher wrote the lyrics to God Only Knows and co-wrote that song with Brian Wilson. Should just say that.
Yeah.
All right, John.
I think that's
Moment of
what I think.
truth.
All right, so I'll read you what I wrote real fast.
Okay.
Sure.
This is the toughest one for me probably that we'll ever do. I love both songs. Both remind me of love and like being in love with somebody, obviously. God Only Knows, the ending is so absolutely amazing. It's whimsical as a whole song and also has dark undertones, which is my favorite kind of song to make and one that exists in general. Something is extremely bass driven with an incredible Paul McCartney bass line.
Yeah,
George
sure.
Harrison's it's George Harrison's most passionate lyrics and vocal. And the goddamn guitar solo is so moving. I feel like Something is more digestible, while God Only Knows takes a few more listens to really get it. But as you can tell, I didn't say what I'd like better.
No, you didn't.
So I gotta say, Something like I used to play Something acoustically when no one was awake, and then send it to my girlfriend while she was at work. Like I love that song. That song is so incredible to me. The music video is great. Has all their wives and all in it. Everything about it's perfect. But I listened to both today, and God Only Knows wins for me.
Wow.
2-2.
So this
Damn.
goes to fan vote then?
The ending, like Matthew said, it's just I can't even believe that it exists. Like Something's incredible and it's beautiful, but like I feel like at our prime we can write a song almost as good or at least close to it. I don't know if we can ever really make a God Only Knows.
We need more drugs for that.
Oh, for sure.
Someone to
Or
develop
psychosis.
schizophrenia. Yes, it's a psychosis, yeah.
Or
So I think it's God Only Knows. So
We
it's
have,
tied. So
It's a
now it's
split.
fan
I
vote.
love it. I love that there's a split.
And we have 1
I
minute.
just gotta find it real quick.
Yeah, we got 1 minute, John. I know on Facebook we got one vote for Something. That was it. So I think it's really down to what the Instagram numbers are.
By 60% vote. Actually, it's 55 to 45. 55 to 45% vote. Something wins.
And
Wow.
advances. Wow, here we go.
So
really
we needed the
close.
fan vote because that's by far. Tomorrow, I'll probably think Something's better.
Yeah, I'm going to
I
go
really
back and
will.
forth on it every day.
Something's actually more consistently better. I feel like Something's better than the first half of God Only Knows, even though that's incredible too. But that ending is just
To me, they're completely evenly
Ooh.
matched.
Good
Yeah.
point.
they're completely even. You got to figure out what just makes your
Overall.
stomach feel good. But my
Well, that
candle
was
blew
it.
out. I think it's time that we head out.
That wraps it up. I like that. Everyone, wash your hands and stay safe. Check out Nick's pick. Check out Nightbirds.
Stay tuned to our
everything we
Instagram and
got.
Facebook. See what Song versus Song is next.
But
We're
on
always
Summer
live.
Song.
We're live on Sunday constantly. We love yous. Nightbirds is out everywhere. Matthew's a NASCAR driver.
All right,
Peace.
back to the track. See you guys later.